All right. So on these sections, you learn the detailed analysis of Capital One landing page for the last 10 years, right? And then you will find some of the most interesting nuggets that you may want to pay attention very closely because when you mess things up, especially for Capital One, when they mess things up, it will cost them billions of dollars, and I'll show you why. Okay, so here's their landing page or the main website back in 2006 and 2007. As you realize that you can learn a lot. From for the website. Like for example, back then they acquired the Hibernia Bank, and then back in Louisiana, and then the deposit back then was $83 billion, right? $83 billion, and as you can see, Capital One was trying to integrate Hibernia's product and services in multiple areas and put that. I mean, as you can see, the website is quite busy, right? Quite busy with information, lots of information to digest. So that's when they try to get into the banking stuff, right? So no big deal. Okay, so let's talk about 2008. You see what happened? Number one, they changed the logo. They changed the logo to something else. And on number two, as you can see, they start to experiment with different type of cards, right? You can customize your card. And number three and number four, now this is the time when they sort of try to integrate or pick and choose the best offers from Hibernians and pick the best one. And of course, they still have some sort of like legacy space where they make sure that they offer all kind of existing product and services that Hibernia has over the years, from credit card, auto loans, and banking. Well, so new logo, new offerings, and deposit. They were still doing good, right? From 86 to $108 billion. Okay, 2009 and 2010. So by looking at the website, you can learn, you can dissect, and you can see what strategy they are using. So for example, number one, right? They start to move the login space to the top left, where people will see this area the most when they log in. So it tells me that they are listening, right? They know that their customers visit their website, and the first thing they would do is that they may do checking the account, or they may want to log into their accounts, right? And if you look at the number one over here down to the bottom of the screen, you can see that they have a section called Mail Offer. Respond to an offer that you received in the mail. So what does it tell you? It tells you that they have been investing heavily into mail marketing, right? So then you know that the type of marketing that they're using, and you just need to pay attention to that, and then then find out what kind of offers that they're doing, right? They leave a lot of clue on the website to tell you what's going on. And of course, number two, they leave a very nice call to action. Check out a card, and you see the messages. They're really to the point, right? Popular for a reason, because the work that they did in the past year when they allowed the customer to customize the cars. 2011, like I said, this time when they, after years and years of perfecting the venture card, and then they partner with the Money magazine, right? This is when they try to position their cars as a place, as a tool that you can aim to rack up the airline miles, right? It's very powerful positionings. Number two, take a look at the venture cars, right? So very nice call to actions over there. And this year they were doing about $127 billion. They're still increasing, which is good. Okay. All right, 2012, this is when they acquired the ING Bank and HSBC. As you can see, at this stage, Capital One is becoming savvier with the offers. You see what happened? Get paid twice. Get paid twice. The language of the offer was so clear, and it tells you exactly what you expect, right? 0.6% plus 10% bonus. And plus, they use the man's best friend, the dog, right? So I bet you that they do a lot of testing behind the scenes, and with the right language, with the right message, with the right offers, that's a home run for them, $203 billion, right? And you can see they have a very strong clarity in the type of offers that they have. They have feature products from different kind of savings, online market, with the money markets, and different type of checking account. Very succinct. And they start to focus on the online customer service award, right? They start to focus on the experience, try to build the experience to their product and services. Okay, 2013, and so a year after they acquired ING and HSBC, this is when they put all of that under the umbrella of what? Capital One 360. Capital One 360, and I like the headlines. You know, Capital One 360, the official bank of today, right? Nice call to action, nice subhead, learn more. Even though it's not perfect, but that year they're still doing well. $209 billion in deposit. So let's look at the next year, 2014. That's when bad things happened. So I don't know what happened, but from Capital One 360 to something like, like what's available in your areas and type your zip code, and some random banners like you are here. So there's really a disconnection of the emotions, right? So when they come in, land on this page, they don't know what's going on, right? How can you connect your brand message with what the customer wants, right? So there's a huge disconnections, and exactly what happened that year, without a clarity, they pay the price, right? Without clarity on the website, they pay the price. And the deposit was going down to $206 billion. I mean, they're losing over $3 billion in deposit. Oh, that's really tragic. Over $3 billion, and that didn't go well with them. So the next year, I want to present to you a new look and feel of Capital One. Right, so you're going from where's the zip code, where am I here, to this. Banking built the right way for you. Banking built the right way for you. And you can see that with the new layout, they have a new promise, built just for you. And then the call to action, explore our accounts. They're really powerful, right? Because we built a bank for you, so you probably want to explore our accounts. Right, and then the next one is that they have a bunch of benefits and talk about you. Like, for example, we are right in your neighborhood, bank when you want and where you want. Right, it's very, very powerful promise that they have over here, and the call to action is really right on. And you see what happened? Deposit $211 billion, over $5 billion in increase, or $8.6 billion swing compared to 2014. Very, very powerful, right? It's a great turnaround that I ever seen. From losing $3.3 billion to netting $5.3 billion in deposits. So look at 2016, 17, and 18. Capital One team is even better and better. See what happened? They have a big bold promise. Your money matters, but you matters more, right? Very, very powerful. When I return away, they instantly create the emotional connection with the visitors, right? It's not just about me or the Capital One anymore. It's about you. It's about their customers. And so the subhead is experience banking that puts you first, right? Now you matter more, but but besides that, we also put you first, right? And then the call to action, take me to our account or show me how that works. That it's like you are filling the story on your customer's mind, right? Everything is like very smoothly transition to from building the connection, the emotional connection, to taking the right actions. This year, boom, deposit at $247 billion versus $211 billion in 2015. That's a $36 billion increase just by having a strong promise and a strong call to actions. So what are some of the takeaways from this? So when you miss the big and bold promise, when you don't have an effective CTA or call to actions, and when you have no clarity on what to offer, and you have no clarity on the plan, you will suffer, right? You will suffer financially because that's when the connection, the gap, the emotional gap becomes bigger and bigger between you and your visitors. And if they can't connect with you emotionally, how can they do business with you? If they don't trust you, how can they do business with you? So, do you want to learn more about how to grow business, how to grow the deposits? Make sure that you check out the website. Go to bankwebinar.com where you can see the material on how we help one community bank grew the deposit to $2.9 million in 90 days.